palm reading of a male whose age is 30. We'll be reading his particular hand. First, I'll be taking a look at his left hand. It is normally said that we should take a look at the right hand of the male and left hand of the female, but it's not like that. We have to consider both the hands to come to the final conclusion. I'll just draw upon out here a few important aspects that I find on this particular hand. This is the money line, and this is the headline, and this is the heart line. This portion of the money line is before the age of 35. You would notice that the money line is kind of ending out here before the age of 35, and a new line is developing, and that too kind of ends on the headline. This age I've already mentioned. This age is 35. So few changes are likely to happen, and another line starts somewhere close to the age of 34, and that basically touches the heart line. So the age is 53 on the heart line as far as the money line goes. And so the break in the money line that you see somewhere out here, this age approximately is the age the person is traveling in. This could be 30, 31, 32. That's the rough approximate age I can give. A break in the money line has got multiple meanings. One of the meaning is job loss or work loss, or the main earning member of the family, their health or wealth goes down, and the third is their personal life gets disturbed. So any one of these things can get applied. The other aspect that you notice is that if you take a look at the headline, now this is the headline and this is the money line. So this portion of the headline is before the age of 35. And you would notice that there's an island-like formation out here just under the Mount of Saturn. This is the Mount of Saturn, and on the headline, you would notice that there's an island before the age of 35. This age could be approximately where the person is traveling in. Like the age is 30, so probably this island is somewhere close to that. And island on the headline means elongated periods of mental stress. It could be depression, because Saturn is for depression, so it could be depressive tendency. So this is a possibility. We can't be very sure, but this could be the one of the things that might play out. Island on the headline under the Mount of Saturn could also mean stomach related issues or headaches or something related to that, or it could be vice versa. Because of stomach problems, like there could be headaches, or due to headaches the other aspect may get applied, like stomach related issues can crop up. So this is what we find in the prominently this is what we find in the left hand. One more aspect I will just draw upon. This is the heart line. So there's an island like out here on the heart line, and there are few branches also. The heart line is a little bit unclear. The best line is a simple kind of a line, but when you have this island-like formation and branches are for distractions, and island is for elongated period of emotional stress. So this could be one of the aspect. As far as the sun line goes, this is the line of sun, and this is the headline. So this portion is before the age of 35, this portion is 35 to 53, and this portion is 53 and beyond. So you would notice that the line of sun is not so deep and clear before the age of 35. Somewhere close to the age of 35, the sun line develops, but it's not very strong. After the age of 35, you would notice that the sun line becomes stronger. So in a way, better prospects are going to come somewhere close to after the age of 35. After the age of 53, when the line is very deep and clear. Comparatively, when the line is dim, it's dim out here. So dim lines means doubts and self-doubt, and self-doubt is a little bit negative aspect that may play out in one's life. Now we move on to the right hand. Let's basically move on to the right hand. I'm just discarding, and let us see. We move on to this is the left hand again. This is the left hand, and this is the right hand. Now on the right hand, I'm again going to mark those things that I've just repeated. Right hand is the active hand, and this is the hand normally we refer for males, but we can't ignore the left hand. Try to understand, even left hand has got its importance. So this is the headline, and this is the line of fate, the line of money, possessions, and wealth. This intersection is age 35 on the money as well as headline. So just before this intersection on the headline, you would notice that there's a break in the headline. Break in the headline And it's, if we zoom in, it appears that there's an island-like formation out here, specifically island-like formation, and under the Mount of Saturn, same things get applied what I've already spoken about, mental issues, mental problems crop up during that particular year. So this, from this point to this point on the headline, could be approximately 33 to 35. That's when this island appears. And you would also notice it appears that the headline is changing its course. Changing its course means if this line had continued, it would have continued. Predictable place would be something like this. But what is happening is that the new line is kind of developing above the original line. This is the original line. So major changes in thought process are going to crop up somewhere close to the age of 33, 34. That's when many things are going to come about. Same things get applied if we notice the money line. Money line is also breaking up in the right hand as it was breaking up in the left hand, and then there's a continuity in the line from the age of 34, 33, 34 onwards till the age of 53. There's a continuity, and there's not a break that we saw on the age of 35. So this is what we find on the right hand. And if we look closely, you would notice that same kind of an island is appearing on the line of heart. So elongated periods of emotional stress. The heart line is also kind of overlapping, breaking. Then there's another overlap. So overlaps in the it means discontinuity in one's heart line. Discontinuity in one heart line plays a major role in our success or failure. See, what happens is that we have to give our heart to something that we want to do or to our relationship. So a single line means that the person is able to give his heart to one particular relationship or one particular job or profession. A break in the line of heart means discontinuity, abrupt ending in your relationship or work or something related to that. So I would advise this particular person to try to remain committed, try to remain focused. That is the thing that is likely to bring more success compared to if the person is feeling that कि मन नहीं लग रहा है, like the person is not able to concentrate on one particular work. So I would advise the person to concentrate on one particular work. That is going to give more success compared to if the person is planning to do new different works. So it's only after great amount of effort, putting your energies into one particular cause, that's when the person can succeed. So that's my advice to this particular person. Now we take a look at the line of life. Now each and every line, don't think, I would like to add something, that people think that money line tells everything about money, possession and wealth. It's not like that. Each and every line can tell something or the other about money, possessions and wealth. So it's even the heart line that I've spoken about. Because of lack of focus, things can go down, things can go negative. So each and every line in your on your palm can talk about money, possession and wealth, because this is what we want to know. Generally, every person has this particular question about these particular aspects like money, possession and wealth. That's the reason why I'm concentrating more on those issues only. Now, as far as the lifeline goes, lifeline, this is the lifeline and the headline. So both lines are joined together at the initial start. So whenever both lines are joined together at the initial start, head and lifeline, it means that the person is cautious, shy, hardworking and contemplating. So such a person is snail paste or tortoise paste. So in the hare and tortoise story, the tortoise wins the race, but provided the tortoise is following the given path, that's the only time the tortoise is going to win. So this person is shy, hardworking, contemplating. Opportunities can miss out in his life, but missing out on opportunities is not a negative sign, because sometimes if we miss out on opportunities, we are left with fewer opportunities, and we would be able to concentrate on those fewer opportunities to gain success. So losing opportunities is not in no way negative. The person is cautious, hardworking, so hard work would bring success. So in this way, And such people generally, their success is in the later portion of their life. It could be after the age of 35 or after the age of 44. That's the approximate, I would say. Then if we take a look at the lifeline, you would notice that lifeline ends, then there's a overlap in the lifeline is considered to be a good sign, because what happens is, this is the area of Mars, this is the area of fire, and this is the area of fuel. If supposing this original line was continuing, it would have made a smaller semicircle, but a bigger semicircle out here would mean more fire and more fuel. This is the area of Venus. Venus is fuel, energy, stamina, vitality, and this is the area of fire, the area of Mars. So a bigger semicircle means more success comparative to a smaller semicircle. So some major changes take place, and that would basically lead to the person gaining more. And although one more thing I need to add out here, although the problem is showing up somewhere at the age of 35, but beyond the age of 35, the headline is deep and clear, singular. So simple lines are comparatively better. So if the line is simple, it means continuity in your thought process. And sometimes when the headline is strong, what happens is that whatever negative signs that we see on the heartline can get negated. Like those things might not get applied because the head, your thought process, is overpowering your heart. So all the negative aspects of the heart are going down, like being controlled by the thought process, a strong thought process. And one more thing I need to add out here is that in the initial period of the headline, you would notice few upward lines pointing towards the Mount of Mercury. These lines are comparatively good because these lines that are there in the earlier portion, upward movement of lines is always good. It means gains, mental gains. It could also mean some success, and those things might have already happened in his life, because this portion is before the age of 30. So the earlier portion, the upward lines are considered to be good. And although there's a breakout here, but there's also supporting lifeline. So supporting lifeline protects this particular person. Then apart from this, you would also notice that on the lifeline there are a few upward 2 or 3 lines somewhere close to the age of like 35 to 44. That's the approximate age. I would say that's when these upward lines crop up, and these upward lines are the line of luck. And if lines point towards the Mount of Saturn is for money, possession, and wealth. So the person is going to gain in money, possession, and wealth during those particular years that I've just marked out here. Upward lines are beautiful lines, and they bring success. If there's a triangle-like formation out here, it appears there's a triangle. I'm not very sure about it, and there's a triangle out here. So triangle on the lifeline means property-related issues, like building property or something related to that. That's a good sign. And the initial money line starts on the Mount of Moon. So Mount of Moon is the area for trading activities, service industry, help from females, help from foreigners. All these things might get applied in this particular case. And both these lines, the first line ends, then the new line develops. So both lines are starting on the Mount of Moon. So gains from women, or gains from trading activities, service industry, working with a foreign company, or something related to all these aspects that might get applied in his particular case. And you would notice out here the sun line is absent out here. So it starts somewhere close to the age of if this is 35, this is 53, so somewhere close to the age of 49, 50, that's when it starts. But absence of the sunlight should not be considered that there is no career at all. Absence can be termed as a good sign, not a negative sign. Absence could mean unlimited possibilities. But the lines should be deep and clear. They shouldn't be dim lines. Dim lines weaken your effort towards your goal. So that's what it is. And I would end my video out here. Before I end my video, I would just repeat few things that I repeat in almost all the videos. It is basically money line. It doesn't tell everything about the money. It's each and every aspect of your palm that talks about the money. Money line can tell only 15% of how much money that you'll make in your life. So It's each and every line we have to consider before coming to the conclusion. On the left hand, it appears that under the little finger, you would notice that there's one or two perpendicular lines. So perpendicular lines on the mount of Mercury is considered to be a good sign, because this is the area of your skill. This is the one of the most important areas. Perpendicular lines means that the person is sharpening their skills, but the lines could have been more deeper. Deeper lines means the person is sharpening their skills even further. Then there are small lines. So smaller lines are of little use because the person is not concentrating on those particular field of work where the person needs to sharpen. Like smaller lines means multiple set of skills, but multiple set of skills would have been better if these lines were deeper and stronger. So those are considered to be good. Either there should be no line at all, and if there is line, there should be a deep and clear line. The good part is that there are no crisscrossing lines over the mount of Mercury. Many people have those. Those would mean miscommunication and miscalculation. Those are negative aspects. Perpendicular lines are comparatively much better. If there were horizontal lines, it would have been negative. So there are no horizontal lines, there are only vertical lines. So those are considered to be good signs. And as far as I go, so I consider Mercury to be a very important planet for money. Although this is for making money, it's not for money. For money, it's only and only Saturn, the longest finger, the Saturn finger. It's for money, but to gain money, you need to have good Mercury. Without having a good Mercury, you can't basically make good amount of money in your life. So I would just end my video out here. Thanks for watching. Bye and take care.